Hi students, this is main lecture 6. In the last lecture we have seen difference of set and we have studied the properties, and then I made a mention of complement of set also. There I told you for the first three operations universal set is not actually required. Given any two sets we can perform union, we can perform intersection, and we can also perform difference. But to define complement, universal set is a must. So you should know what is the corresponding universal set. Then I also showed you how to find the complement when a set is given. So with that we stopped the lecture. Now let us continue today in this lecture. Definition of complement let me give first, because we have already seen what is the complement. Then we shall study the properties of complement of sets. So the topic is complement of a set. So first let us define the complement. Say complement. So definition is this: let A be a set which is subset of the universal set set U. Then the complement of A denoted by A, then we have to write here C, is set of all elements of U, which are not in A. Set of all elements of universal set U which are not found in A. So that is A complement equal to, we have to write X such that X should be in U and X should not be in A. So it is the set X such that X is an element of U and X is not an element of A. So already yesterday I have given example. Let me give one small example here to make the concept clear. Say U equal to, let us say 1, 2, 3, 4, and A equal to say 1 and 3. Then A complement equal to, first you have to write 1, 3, then its complement. Now definition says it should be in U, it should not be in A. So 1, 3 are in A, therefore you have to exclude 1 and 3. Therefore remaining is 2 and 4. So I have to write 2 and 4. So this is complement. And there is a connection between complement and difference. See, if you look at this definition, it is exactly U minus A. Therefore, you can also remember A complement is also equal to U difference A or U minus A. So, this is the relation. Now, let us study the properties of complement. So we have studied the properties of union. There are 5 laws. Properties of intersection. Once again, there are 5 laws. Of course, we have not studied properties of difference actually, but here in complement there are some important properties. So let us consider properties of complements. Complement. So the first property is this: A union A complement, this is U. A union A complement is U, and A intersection A complement is pi. It is very clear. Say for example, U equal to say 1, 2, 3. Let us take very small u. Then say take A equal to say 1 and 3. Definitely A complement will be 2. Now if you take union of A and A complement, what do you get? 1, 2, 3. That means you will get U. So this is the first property. Very simple. Second one is intersection should be pi because A contains 1, 3. A complement contains 2. They are disjoint. Therefore it is pi. So this is very simple. Second property is U complement will be pi and pi complement is U. See, this is also very simple. You say take the same example. Say U equal to 1, 2, 3. What is the complement of U? That means the set which contains all the elements which are not in U. So U contains all the elements. So definitely this should be pi. Same thing here. Pi complement means whatever element is not there in pi should be in U because pi does not contain any element. So these two are very obvious properties. Then the third one is there are actually two properties. They are called name I will tell you later. A union B complement will be equal to A complement intersection B complement. That is, first take union of two sets. Of course, A and B should be the subset of given universal set. Then take the complement of that after taking the union. That is also equal to A complement intersection B complement. So that is the property. Similarly, A complement B complement, sorry, A intersection B complement. This is A complement, then union B complement. It is very easy to remember. Here union, here intersection. Here intersection, here union. So these two laws are called De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law. So one is regarding the union and intersection. Second one is complement of U and complement of pi. So I have put them together. Then these two also together. And there is one more you can take. A complement, then its complement is A only. That means if you take a complement two times, you get the same A. See, this you can extend. A complement, complement, complement is A complement, like that. So these are the 5 laws. Let us work out a few questions about this one. Even if this can be proved in general, but that is not there in the text. So as I told you, some other classes we can try those proofs. Here we can verify that De Morgan's law. Let us take a few examples. Say U equal to, let us take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And A, let us take 1, 2, 3. And B, let us take 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. Now, first law is this. A union B complement. So, this should be equal to De Morgan's law. A complement intersection B complement. Therefore, what we can do is, first you can take A union B, find it first, then take the complement. Don't do all together. Similarly, you can first find A complement, then find B complement, then take the intersection, then see whether they are equal or not. So let us take first. Now consider A union B. So A is 1, 2, 3. Then union B is 1, 3, 5, 7. we know how to find the union. So this is set of all elements. All the elements here we have to write. Then remaining element, whatever is there, that also we have to write. So 1, then 2, then 3, then 5 and 7. So this is A union B. Therefore, A union B, then its complement we want. Left side we want its complement. That means 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Its complement. Now look at the given universal set. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then 5, 7. So that means 4 is remaining and 6 is remaining. 4 and 6, they are not here. Therefore, I have to write here 4 and 6. So let us call this as 1. This is the first one. Second one, I have to take the right hand side. Now A complement, then intersection B complement. I will take directly. First here I will write what is A. A is 1, 2, 3. Then its complement. So I have to write like this. Then intersection. Then same thing. B complement means I have to write 1, then 3, then 5, then 7. Now 1, 2, 3 is its complement means I have to exclude 1, 2, 3. Remaining 4, 5, 6, 7 I have to write. So here it is 4, 5, 6, 7. This is A complement. B complement is 1, 3, 5, 7 I have to exclude. So that means I have to write here 2. Then 4 also I have to write. Then 6 also I have to write. Now intersection. What is the common element here? It is only 4 and 6. 4 is here and 6 is here. So this is 2. So you can very well see here A union B complement is also 4, 6. A complement intersection B complement is also 4, 6. Therefore, I can definitely say from 1 and 2, A union B, its complement equal to A complement intersection B complement. This is the verification. We don't call it as proof actually. Whenever you take an example and then show that they are equal, it is called verification. So same way, we can also show the second part, that is the second De Morgan's law is this one. A, then intersection B, then complement equal to A complement union B complement. That also we shall see and prove with the same example. So let us take A intersection B. First we shall find this only, A intersection B, left hand side. So first substitute. A is 1, 2, 3 intersection. B is 1, 3, 5, 7. So intersection is common. So here 1 is there, 1 is there. Therefore I have to write 1. 2 is not there. 3 is there, 3 is there. Therefore I have to write 3. So this is A intersection B. Therefore I will write A intersection B. Its complement means I have to take the complement of 1, 3. So what is 1, 3 complement? So whatever is there here, except 1 and 3, I have to write all the other elements. That means I have to write 1, I have to leave, 2, 3 also I have to leave, 2, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7. So this, let us call this as 1. Then I have to find A complement intersection B complement. Of course, we can write like this, A complement, then union B complement. So let me substitute first. A is 1, then 2, then 3, its complement. Then union B is 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, its complement. Now 1, 2, 3 I have to exclude. 4, 5, 6, 7 I have to write here. So it is 4, 5, 6, 7 union. 1, 3, 5, 7 I have to exclude. 1, 3, 5, 7. That means even numbers I have to take. 2, 4, 6 I have to write here. 2, 4, 6. Now if you simplify, that is take the union, first one is 2, then it is 4, then it is 6, 2, 4, sorry 5 also there, 5, then 6, then 7. You can verify. So this is 2. Now once again you see, here 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, both are equal. Therefore, once again from 1 and to A intersection B, its complement will be equal to A complement, then union B complement. So these are the two De Morgan's law rule. Normally questions will be like this. Sometimes examples can be given U and AB. Otherwise verify means you yourself can take some universal set, take two subsets of the same universal set, then prove like this. So this is De Morgan's law. With this, we have completed all the four operations of set. So first one is union, second one is intersection, difference and complement. So this completes the next set. Now let me just sum up what we have done so far, because this is the sixth lecture in the series. We started with the definition of sets, then representation, conventions of sets, then two types of representation, roster and set builder form, and then we studied types of sets, different types of sets. Then we started operation on sets. So four basic operations: union, then intersection, difference and complement. So now the concept of this we can apply in a new situation, in problem solving. So that is what we are going to do. I think I can just introduce that concept now. Then in the next series, I will show you what are the formula and how you can do it. And remember, this M7 will be the last lecture on main lectures series. So we are completing the entire concept which is coming under the first chapter. Then of course you have to start supplementary lecture where we have to solve exercise problems and some other problems related to these concepts. So this is my plan, I told you already. Now let me just introduce what is the next application. So you take a set, for example, A equal to say 1, 2, 3, 4. Say B equal to, let us take 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I can find intersection, I can find union also. So now you take, see here, number of A is 4. Number of A means I have already told you, number of elements in the set is called number of A. Same way, number of B, this is also 4. There are 4 elements. Now, number of, what I do is, first I will find A union B. And I will also find A intersection B. A intersection B. So there is a relation actually. A union B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then A intersection B is common. I think it is 3 and 4. So now there is a connection. See, number of A union B, this is 6. Totally 6 elements are there. Number of A intersection B, 2. Now the relation is this. I will verify with one more example, then you will be convinced. 6 plus 2 is 8. 4 plus 4 is also 8. Therefore, definitely you can say number of A plus number of B is same as number of A union B plus number of A intersection B. Actually, this is the rule. For any two given set, this is a rule. Let me check whether it is correct for any other. Let me take, for example, I will change the set 1, 2, 3. Here 3 only. Let me take B equal to, say 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, number of A, definitely it is 3. Number of B, this is 4. Now, let us first find A union B. This is 1, 2, 3. I will directly write 1, 2, 3 I have written. Here it is 4, then 5, then 6. And A intersection B, this is common. So 3 is the only thing which is common, only element which is common. So 3. Now let us check. Number of A union B, this is 6. And number of A intersection B, this is 1. Number of elements. 6 plus 1 is 7. 3 plus 4 is also 7. Therefore, once again, number of A plus number of B is same as number of A union B plus number of A intersection B. So, this holds true here also. Now, let me show you one last example to convince this one. Let me take a set B where there is no common element, that is A and B are disjoint. So, let us take B. This equal to say 4, 5. Only 2 elements I will take. Now here it is 3. Here it is 5. Oh, sorry, 2. Number of elements. So this is 2. Now let us find once again A union B and A intersection B and verify whether it is correct. So number of first I have to find A union B. A union B will be equal to 1, 2, 3. Then I have to write 4 and 5 because here there is no common element. So, and A intersection B, definitely it is 5. So, no common element. Therefore, now, number of A union B, here it is 5. And number of A intersection B, empty set, so it is 0. Once again check here, 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 0 is 5. Therefore, the rule is number of, once again, A plus number of B. This is number of A union B plus number of A intersection B. But in formula what we do is, same formula only, but we take like this. Number of A union B equal to number of A plus number of B, then minus number of A intersection B. This we take as a formula to solve the problem. So this formula is same as this one only, because here number of A one side, number of A union B, number of A intersection B another side. But what we have done is, number of A union B we have taken one side, this A intersection B we are taking this side minus. That is the only thing. These two are same. But normally we take this as the formula and solve the problem. So here the question can be like this. This is given, this is given, this is given. Find what is the number of elements in the intersection. Similarly, intersection is also given, number of elements. Number of elements in A union B is given. Number of A is also given. Find what is the number of elements in B. This type of question can be asked. So let me just do one question and then we shall stop today. In the next class, we shall derive the formula. There are certain properties that we have to derive. Then we will work out the questions. This is actually, with this one, the main lecture series actually completes. So let us take, for example, number of A union B equal to 25, meaning number of A union B contains 25 elements. Number of A equal to say 30. Number of B equal to 40. What is number of A intersection B equal to how much? So this is the question. So now I made a mistake. Let us take this as 60 because it should be more than these two. So now number of A union B formula is number of A plus number of B then minus number of A intersection B. This is the formula. So substitute here, it is 60 equal to then 30 then 40 then minus number of A intersection B. So this will be 70 minus number of A intersection B. Therefore you can take this left side. So number of A intersection B equal to 70 minus 60. This is 10. So the intersection contains 10 elements. Union contains 60 elements. A contains 30. B contains 40. And this you can also represent in Venn diagram. See, all these things are very much necessary for solving the problem. A, B. A contains 30 elements. So I can write here 30. Then B contains 40 elements. I can write here. Intersection we have already calculated here 10. Then what is here? So whatever is not here, that you have to write. So that total must be 30. So this means this is 20. Similarly, total of B, number of elements in B is 40. Already 10 elements are common. That means this 10 is here as well as here. So remaining is 30. So you can check now. Number of A union B must be 60. You can see here 20 plus 10, 30, 30 plus 30, 60. So this is tallying with this one. So sometimes, using this Venn diagram, that's why I told you in the beginning, Venn diagram plays very important role, helpful role in solving the problems. Say, suppose I ask now, how many elements are there? How many elements are there in A minus B? That also you can calculate. This is A minus B, it is 20. And how many elements are there in B minus A? B minus A means this one. So this is 30. Now you yourself can derive an expression, formula for this. Number of A minus B is equal to what? Number of A minus number of A intersection B. That is, whatever element is here, that you have to subtract. So that will be 20 because number of A, it is 30 minus common element is 10. So it is 20. Like that you can also calculate B. So you see how this is why it is called application. We have studied the concept of set. Now we are using this in solving the problem. I will just conclude my lesson today. Where exactly we can use this type of formula. For example, in your class, say there are 60 students. Say 35 students like cricket. Say then 45 students like volleyball. And it is given that every student plays at least one of these two. Then how many like both? So such questions can be solved. So let us do in the next class. So as I told you already, in the next class ML7, we will work out some questions. We will derive the formula. With that, actually our main lesson completes. Then we will start supplementary lesson. I hope you have subscribed my channel already. If not, please subscribe and share with your friends so that it will reach a maximum number of students and it will help them in learning first PUC mathematics. Thank you.